Hey, it's Amy Scott Grant, your favorite spiritual ass kicker. Have you ever heard this term recovering Protestant? Are you a recovering Protestant? You might have heard me use the phrase recovering Catholic, and I know some people are going to get butthurt over this, right? It's not my intention to offend anyone. I'm not trying to slam the Catholic Church or any church or organized religion. I just know for me personally, for 80% of my clients and for a lot of people out there, it wasn't supportive and growth focused for them to be brought up inside such an environment. And that's why so many people have left churches. So if you are super religious, this video is not for you. Just keep moving, right? There's plenty of other stuff out there for you. But if you grew up inside an organized Protestant religion and you feel like now as an adult, you're having to unravel and undo stuff that was taught to you repetitively drilled into your mind, maybe in Sunday school or in whatever capacity you had for learning about your family's particular religion. If you feel like you're having to undo a lot of that stuff now, then this video is for you, okay? So I don't remember where I first heard the term recovering Catholic, but it resonated with me instantly because I did grow up Catholic and decided as an adult, this doesn't really fit, like this doesn't resonate as true for me. Like the vast majority of it just did not fit for me. And the more that I grew spiritually, the less tolerant I was of all of this negative language about, you're sinners and you'll never be as perfect as Jesus, or, you need to beg for forgiveness, or like all of this stuff just did not resonate. Because the more I learned about modern spirituality, the more I learned about energy healing and law of attraction and intuition, the less true any of that other stuff felt, right? I will tell you, I remember when I first started learning about prosperity mindset, all of my old programming from when I was a kid came up, right? And all of the religious stuff came up, and I thought, oh my gosh, this stuff about like money being good and you were born rich and it's your divine right to be rich and there's an infinite amount of abundance in the world and you can ask for anything that you like, you can actually have any heart's desire that truly comes from your heart. When I first started learning about all that, I'll be honest, I got scared. I was like, wow, this is pretty much the opposite of what I was taught growing up inside of organized religion, right? I'm like, and not like my parents were in no way wealthy or even upper middle class. It's like, that my mom more than one occasion used phrases like, oh, that's an embarrassment of riches. Like I can remember one time all four of us kids as adults pitched in and bought my parents a DVD player. And my mother was appalled. We can't have a DVD player. It was like $200 and we split it 4 ways. Like that's about what we normally spend on their Christmas present. But she just was like mortified, right? So learning about prosperity was like in direct, opposition to what I was taught growing up about spirituality and money and all of this kind of stuff. So I remember asking for a sign, like really clear. I was like, you know what? I need a sign because what I'm learning about like prosperity mindset, this all sounds like this resonates with me. It feels really true. But all my old programming is like, I don't know. I know I was told growing up, oh yeah, the devil sounds really true when he's talking to you, right? And stuff like that. Like that's the whole point, is temptation sounds like the truth when it's not. And so I asked for a sign. I'm like, I need a really clear sign, like a crystal clear sign that this is what God wants me to be looking at and learning about. And sure enough, it was amazing. All of a sudden, everything that I was learning and reading, there were like Bible passages about abundance and prosperity everywhere. And I was like, Well, I mean, as far as Catholics go, it's pretty much like the Pope's word and then the Bible. So I'm like, short of the Pope saying, however you'd say this in Italian, go forth and learn prosperity mindset, I'm like, wow, I could not have had a clearer sign, right? But whatever religion you grew up in, you may have learned some of the same stuff, that it's not okay to be wealthy, and that, desires are like come from the bad side or Satan, or like whatever you were taught inside of your religion. So I use the term recovering Protestant because I know I've met many Protestants who did not grow up Catholic like I did, but had a lot of the same stuff. We're carrying a lot of the same guilt and shame and like issues that needed to be cleared around your perception of yourself as a person and what it means to give to other people, giving out of obligation versus actually spontaneously giving out of joy and a spirit of generosity, right? There's so much stuff I could talk about this. But at any rate, if you hear me use the term recovering Protestant, I just wanted you to know what that means. It's a person who grew up Protestant or was raised in some type of organized religion, and now as an adult is like, wow, that stuff does not resonate with me. You're forming your own beliefs, your own ideas, and your own opinions about how the universe works and who you are and how you fit in it. But you may still have some of that old programming that pops up from time to time and says, who do you think you are? Or, you shouldn't be complaining about this. Look how good you have your life, or whatever else it says. And that stuff can all be healed. Okay? You do not have to keep carrying it around with you. It can be healed. It can be released so that you can move forward, so that you can understand who you truly are and what you're here to do. So that's what I wanted you to know today. So if you hear me talk about recovering Catholic, recovering Protestant, now you know what I'm talking about. And if I can help you, let me know. And by the way, we'd love to have you in my Club Clarity Facebook group. So we'll put a link in with this video and you can request to join. We'd love to see you there. It's non-denominational, non-judgmental. It's an amazing group of people. And I'm super, super engaged and active in that group. And actually, I do a free Facebook Live every week. I'm just providing you with energy healing tips, tricks, things to make your life better, happier, and more free so you can create the life that you want. So I'll see you inside Club Clarity.